welcome back to my channel. It's Taylor Nicole. And this is episode 5 of the YouTube series. Yes, I just filmed the other 4 videos right before this one, so I'm like ready to be done. But this is the juicy one I'm sure everyone wants to know, which I've already actually made a video about the money on YouTube. So if you haven't seen that already, you should go check it out. I talked about my first YouTube paycheck, so I tell you how much I made and everything. Last episode, I'm going to be giving you some practical resources and things that I have used for my channel just to help it out, and things that I use, I guess. I don't know. Some of them cost money, some of them are cheap, or not even cheap. Some of them are free, and some of them cost money. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do. But I'm going to answer those kind of questions and how I got to that point, because I think this is like the least important factor. But this episode, like talking about the money and everything, I think is why most people want to get into YouTube, but that's the wrong reason. You should want to get into it for the first 4 reasons, and number 5 is just the outcome of those first 4 reasons. So if you're the person that's coming for this reason only, you might want to rethink it, because I don't think you're gonna last very long. Number 5 is about getting paid on YouTube. I'm not necessarily gonna explain how it works, because I don't even like fully really know. The weird thing is YouTube never really walks you through it. Basically, you get paid through a company called Google AdSense. Obviously a Google company. You have to make a account with Google AdSense and connect it to your YouTube channel and stuff like that. And you basically, they've changed the rules on YouTube, I guess, since I started doing it. I don't know, you guys would know, you could answer this, because I didn't have to go through that, so I don't know. But there are new rules now on YouTube on how you have to reach a certain point before you can even monetize your videos, I'm pretty sure. But when you get to that point, when you figure out those rules, you do it through Google AdSense and stuff like that, and you have to accumulate at least $100 before you can get a payout. And it will build up once you start monetizing your videos. It could take you like 2-3 months, whatever, to accumulate $100, but you'll keep all of that revenue from those first 3 months and get a payout at the end of it once you pass $100, if that makes sense. So I'm not really going to be explaining that, because YouTube doesn't even really do a good job at explaining it. Like, I had to try to figure everything out. I watched other people's videos talking about how to use AdSense and stuff. I didn't really know how to read it. I was very confused, but I think I've finally figured it out. The resources that I use, everything that I use to make my videos and all that stuff, everyone asks what I edit with, and that is just iMovie. I have a MacBook and I edit on iMovie because I don't want to pay for anything. I mean, I already had the computer and iMovie is free on there, so I use that. People ask how I learned how to use iMovie. The way is, I don't know, I taught myself. When I was little, I used to make videos on Windows Movie Maker with my sister, and like we just kind of learned how to do it, and essentially it's kind of the same. Pretty much I just had to learn a little bit of different stuff, but everything I learned I taught myself. If you don't know how to do it, you literally, you're on YouTube right now. Like, you can look up YouTube tutorials, it's all over the internet. So I use iMovie. The camera that I use is a Canon G7X Mark II. I had a DSLR, but I literally just sold it yesterday, and I just never really used it. I don't know, like, you could use it if you already have one, that's great. You literally can use an iPhone. iPhones have good quality cameras on them now if you have a newer iPhone, or even whatever. Like, honestly, I've watched some YouTubers that have crappy quality, but like their information is helpful and they have a good personality. So like, if you overcompensate in other areas, then like your quality necessarily doesn't always matter. Just make sure it's in landscape mode, not portrait, because like that's annoying to watch. But if it's landscape, people can put up with it until you can afford to buy a different camera or something like that. Also, I use that light. This is a Diva ring light that I ordered off of Amazon. I've invested a total of like $1,100, I know, which is kind of big, but I already used this camera before I did YouTube and stuff, so I actually bought this camera for a different reason. This light I bought for YouTube, and it was only like $90, maybe $100, I don't know. But it makes the quality so much better. Let me show you with the light off. 1 second. That's the light off. It's not bad, but it doesn't look great. So the light, woo! The light makes a big difference. It just makes everything look a lot more crystal clear and just like, you know what I mean, YouTube-y. But you don't need that. Again, the point is you don't need it. Like, you could do it in the natural light and stuff, but it's literally like 9 o'clock right now, so I obviously don't have natural light anymore. That's the things I use for that. What I use for music is there's copyright issues, and if you have a copyrighted song in your videos, you will not be able to be monetized, which, like, it doesn't always matter, I guess, but if you want to get paid on your videos, it's nice to be monetized. If you don't want to have copyright issues, I use Epidemic Sound mp3.com for all of my songs in my videos, and I don't even usually tell you guys what the songs are because I just forget, but people ask me every time, so I probably need to start to get into that habit. But they're all royalty free. You could just look up, in the beginning I used to look up royalty free music on YouTube and I would download it. YouTube to mp3.com I think is the website where you can turn it into an mp3, and then I would download that onto my computer. It just was like a lot more work, not really a big deal, but it was free, and that's what I used to do in the beginning. I decided to just buy Epidemic Sound, so I pay $15 a month, but I use it a lot, so like it's worth it for me. So that's where I get all my music from, and I don't have any copyright issues. If you have a copyright issue, you can ask for a manual review if you think that there's no problem, and YouTube will review it and usually remonetize your video, so that's okay. The next thing is money wise. I talked about AdSense already. I already talked about Filmora in episode 1 or 2 or something. That's what I used to make my intro video. I don't pay for it anymore, but I use that to make that first intro clip, and I think you can pay for like maybe just 1 month or something, and you could make whatever intro clip that you want and then like unsubscribe from paying from that. But that was really cool because they have like pre-made, what am I trying to say, templates of like videos that look cool already, and you just have to like put in your own words, put in your own name or whatever, and then put a song to it, and you can use that as your intro clip every single time, and you own it because you paid for it. That's a really good resource. I use that for my intro. FameBit is what I am currently using. Grapevine I think is the other one, but when you hit a certain number of subscribers, this is another way to make money, is sponsorships. If you have, also I recommend getting some kind of email separate from your personal email. So I have like supimtaylornicole@gmail.com. I made that email like strictly for YouTube. So if anyone messages me on Instagram or something and they're asking about a sponsorship or they want to collab or whatever, like I like to just keep it organized and send them to that email. I would suggest getting a different email for that if you've reached that point. FameBit is a website that you can connect with companies and stuff to do sponsorships. You have to have a minimum of, I think, 5,000 subscribers. I don't know, but even then I don't really recommend getting it that early because companies won't even pay you very much, because they're obviously, the only reason they're paying you is to get marketing through you to talk about their products and stuff like that. So I just recently signed up for it at 9,000 subscribers. So I think you're eligible at 5, but I signed up at 9 just because I was like, well, I don't really need to do it yet. A couple companies had contacted me separately on Instagram before I even reached that point that I never contacted, and I just got a PO box, which also costs money. So like you do kind of have to invest a lot of money to make money on YouTube too. Just make sure you're not investing more than you're making. So like make wise decisions on that. I bought a PO box so that this company could send me something, but then I got FameBit at 9,000 subscribers and have gotten a couple more sponsorship jobs. I haven't received those packages yet, but that'll be coming. And the cool thing about that is you can name your price. You can send proposals off to companies and tell them how it'll benefit them for you to do sponsorships with them and like collaborations with other people. You can collaborate with other YouTubers. So like those are really cool resources. From there, some people have contacted me and I've gotten sponsorships so far, and it's not like a lot of money. Like it's not like you get hundreds and hundreds of dollars even at the subscriber count that I have. Like I am considered really small at sitting at 15,000, so they don't pay you that much, but like it's an easy way to make a little bit extra money since you're already putting in the work. I would really recommend only working with companies that you agree with their products and like their products. If me, I don't have like a specific niche, but I would never do like beauty products, I don't think, per se. I would never do makeup because like that's not what my channel is about, and it would just be so random and out of the blue. Like I think it needs to be something that's cohesive with your brand per se, kind of flows naturally, and people aren't gonna be like, why is Taylor talking about a fishing rod on her channel? Like that's super random. That would be really obvious that I'm just in it for the money, you know what I mean? I think you should be true to yourself and work with companies that do something that you're actually interested in. Hopefully some of this information was helpful to you. Thank you for sticking to the YouTube series. I hope you learned something. And if you still are interested after all 5 of those episodes, then I would say go for it. But if there's something that you didn't really like about it, I honestly don't know if YouTube is for you, because there is a lot more work involved than I think a lot of people expect. But it's all up to you. If you do it, like do it with your whole heart and do it because you like it. Don't do it because of money, because I did it for a year without making any money, and so I don't know if you can last a year if you don't even enjoy it. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.